So this is power rule, and it simply says that if y is equals to x that has a power, then change in y with respect to x is nx n minus 1. So if we look at a few examples, and I'm just looking at 2 examples, this is a revision I'm doing just for the sake of those that were not in class. So we want to do find change in y over change in x, given that 1, y is equals to 15x power negative 7 minus 8x power 3 plus 9x, and 2, y is equals to the square root of x plus 11x raised to 4 minus 3 over x power 5. Okay, so now the first one, number 1, change in y over change, and do the writings over change in x gives me, we all know how to deal with the power rule. The power multiplies, becomes the coefficient. Okay, multiplies the coefficient, doesn't become the coefficient. The power multiplies the coefficient. So what we have here is 15 multiplied by negative 7. So this is negative 7 multiplying 15, and then the power reduces by 1. So this is a minus 7 minus 1. You're reducing the power by 1. Then you have 8 multiplied by 3, and then the x reduces by 1. 3 minus 1. And then you have the power for the x here is 1, so it's just 1 times 9. But then the power reduces again by 1. So this one gives me 105 negative 105 negative x raised to power negative 8 minus 8 times 3 is at 24. Is it 24? That's 16, and 8 is 24. X, if you reduce 3 by that, you get a 2. The other one is a 9. If you reduce 1 by 1, you get a 0. X raised to 0. Anything raised to 0 is 1. So x becomes a 1. And that becomes the answer. Question 2, you're looking at the first thing that I want to do to question 2 is to make it appear this way, okay, so that I'm able to use the formula. You see, the purpose of writing this, yes, go ahead. I can't hear you. Yours is more of noise. I can't hear what you're saying. Can you refine, avoid a lot of... Yes? Ask your question.
Subtract 9x equals plus.
Itakuwa? Oh, this was plus. Sorry. This was positive. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. So, I'm saying the first thing to do to y, before I even write dy over dx, is to make it appear the way the formula requires. Now, the formula should have x that has a power. So I want this x to have a power. So square root is the same as power a half plus 11x power 4. The other one, the formula does not allow me to use a fraction. And this one is a fraction. So this is the same as 3x. You bring it up, so it will assume a negative power. I want to undo something there. It will have a negative power. So now this one is in the form that I want it to be. This one. and therefore I can be able to get dy over dx. This is equals to what? So using the power rule, the power comes, multiplies the coefficient, and then you less 1 from the power. You less 1 plus 11 multiplied by 4x, 4 you less 1. This is 4 less 1 minus 3 multiplied by a negative 5, and then x with a minus 5 minus 1, you less 1. So this one gives me a half. X, the power becomes a negative a half, plus 44 x power 3 plus 15 x power negative 6. Now if you want to write it in the form that it was given, this x should have a square root, this one. So the square root goes to the denominator. So this will be 1 over 2 x power a half. X power a half is the same as the square root of x, plus 44 x power 3 plus 15. If I want this x to have a positive power, then it should go to the denominator, x with a power 6. And this is the final answer for that question. So